Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about the difference between a high-end woofer and a middle range woofer. And here we have two perfect examples from audio systems. We have the X Series 12 and the H Series 12 SPL. Now, aside from the aesthetic similarities on the surface, we do have differences underneath that show through on performance specs. And first you notice the wattage difference, 2000 watt RMS versus a 900 watt RMS woofer. But they don't stop there. So let's take a look at each and see what's similar and what's different. On the front surface we can see the similarities. Both have a yellow woven cone stitched to the surround. They utilize a metal trim ring and a carbon center cap. Now the differences might not be so apparent. Even though the cones look similar, the paper backing on the X Series is much thinner, so we have a lot stronger cone on the H Series, which helps with the higher power handling. Also, both the surrounds are stitched, but the X Series features a butyl rubber, which is a little bit looser, gives it a lower response, and isn't needed for high power handling. So the H Series features a multi-layer foam, which handles all that added power. Underneath we can see that both feature the same aluminum cast 8-spoke basket with the spider plateau venting. Both feature integrated tinsel leads with nickel-plated push terminals, and both have a 3-inch copper voice coil. Some of the differences are very apparent, namely the motor. We have the H Series with a large 9-inch diameter, 3.5-inch tall motor, a lot of magnetic material here. The X Series features a dual slug, 7.5-inch diameter, 2 3/4-inch tall motor. The voice coil themselves are both copper. However, we have a flat wound coil that's 3 inches tall on the H Series and a 2-inch tall coil on the X Series. So a lot more power handling capabilities on the H Series, as well as a lot more excursion capability. To go along with the higher power handling on the H Series, the tinsel leads are doubled up, while we have the single tinsel leads within the X Series. While the spiders look very similar and they're made of the same material, on the H Series we have an extra roll on the spiders. This gives a little bit more control at very long excursion. So some of these differences aren't just for the higher power handling in the H Series. They also change the performance characteristics of the woofers. The heavier coil and cone combo, and also the stiffer suspension from the foam surround and the extra roll in the spiders, change the length of movement on the woofer as well as its sensitivity to low wattage. So it has the ability to handle more power but also play louder and utilize that power. So the X Series, using its butyl rubber surround and a little bit looser suspension as well as a lighter coil, might have a better transient response and a lower frequency response. So the difference isn't just based on your financial budget and your power budget, it's also based off of how you listen to your music. If you want a nice bass reinforcement, sound quality type setup, you might want to go with the X Series. If you just want to knock some heads off, rip your doors apart with just loud bass, ground pounding type setup, then the H Series might be the woofer for you. So look at what you want out of a woofer and what you want to put into it budget wise. Power budget and financial budget. And you'll get what you want out of the woofer. So that's pretty much it. Hope this helps you in your shopping experience. Thank you guys.